believe.
With Daisy Buchanan. They were both in bed right there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I did not know they had different.
But all the cats are descendants from one cat that was gifted to one of the sons. So there's 6-toed cats, which apparently were good luck on ships.
Yes.
And so, anyway, that's the story behind all the cats.
And then they pick one cat to carry on the lineage, and then they fix the other ones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there would be thousands of cats.
Yeah.
But right now we got.
Would anybody really have a problem with that? I think they could have used more cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was fine.
Seriously,
I mean,
they were not that. It didn't feel overrun.
No,
Right.
it didn't smell like cat. It was fine.
My favorite thing was just seeing these cats live their best life, just with
chilling.
a judgmental face, just like, why are y'all here?
Who let you in?
But they let us pet them. They were really nice.
And they're so comfortable, and they're everywhere, like under a bush, on a bed, on top of a bookshelf, like everywhere you go.
Yeah, it's cool because they have Hemingway's typewriter, like the one that he actually used in
his writing flat.
And our guide was saying like it's impressive that it's here and not like in like Smithsonian. And what I loved is we went up there to go see the actual typewriter, which you can't get close to. There's kind of a railing, but there was a cat just laying just right next to it.
Yeah.
Like these cats just get through and they can touch whatever they want, do whatever. They don't have any barriers.
Yeah, I believe this was his writing. He had a separate home where he would go and write all his books.
Room,
It's like a guest room. And he had a flat where he wrote and typed out all his books. So they put a gate there so you can't enter because it hasn't been touched.
Right.
It was the way he left it.
It just like smells old.
And during the tour, they said he has another house, another home in Cuba.
Yeah.
Cuba is like 90 miles from here, closer than the.
He loved going to Cuba.
Walmart. Yeah, and so him and his buddy Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
And they would go and hang out in Cuba from time to time, and enough so where he had an actual home over there. His boat is still over there in Cuba. I mean, it was a really cool, interesting tour.
My
Very,
favorite
very cool.
story was the one about the penny that's stuck on the floor.
And Al got in the way of his bid.
I was standing on his last penny, apparently.
Our guy threw a penny at Al. And we're like, oh no, he's mad at him. He's like, no.
Yeah.
Just the bitterness of his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, apparently he had a problem with staying faithful.
Well,
So-
he would just move on a little too quickly while he was still married.
Right,
Very charming.
when his wife would be gone to the grocery store, and he'd move on.
Yeah.
So,
much.
yeah.
But one of his wives found out that he had been moving on in Cuba with another lady, and she got so upset that she removed his boxing ring and put a pool in.
$400,000 pool.
And he got mad. He goes, "You want my last penny? Here it is," and threw it at him.
Last red cent.
Yes.
And so
then-
she left it there.
And she cemented it on the ground so she can show all of her girlfriends.
The pettiness is awesome. with the wife.
the last
Called it
penny.
a Petty
Fun.
Monday.
Yeah.
It makes me want to go learn more about him
Yeah, he was.
and the women.
What
in
an
his life.
interesting.
Very
And Uncle
interesting.
Gus, his Uncle Gus.
And just walking in that house and knowing that he lived there and he was walking around living a normal life. And
I could feel him. I mean, I could feel his presence in the house. It just felt like
You
it was,
did?
it was cool.
Yeah.
I wonder
yeah.
if they do ghost tours.
They said they don't because they don't want
People take it.
yeah, they don't have a ghost crew in there trying to find ghosts.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I didn't want to ask because he didn't have the best ending to his life. It was a sad ending to his life.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to know if it was.
Well, it
there.
wasn't. No, it wasn't that. It was the previous owners.
The pirate.
The yellow fever.
Oh, yeah.
Had
Oh, those
white-
guys,
had-
too.
had- the family died in that
In the
house,
basement.
in the
And by the way, the guy that bought all that stuff for Hemingway was it his uncle?
Yeah.
Uncle
It
Ray.
was his wife's uncle.
His wife's uncle.
Yeah, Uncle
the
Gus.
dude that started Pfizer. That
Yeah.
is
way
crazy.
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when Al got in trouble with Amy during the tour.
Why?
Why?
That was when you said asking for a friend.
Well, I was just asking if Uncle Gus. I got single friends. I was asking if Uncle Gus had any daughters or granddaughters that might be single. Asking for a friend.
Asking for a
because
friend.
Uncle Gus apparently did pretty well
He was
for
doing
himself.
good. Yeah.
Just asking.
But that tour, absolutely a must do.
That's what Amy flipped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. In front of everybody.
She's gonna cement a penny at your bum.
Yeah.
She'll submit me in the bar.
Even the cats flipped Al off.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
After Hemingway's house, we went over to the Saint Hotel. They had the biggest chair I've ever seen in the front
Yeah.
lobby.
Yeah.
I think
Awesome
Al and
looking.
Amy took a picture
We
on there if
did,
you want to
we
check it
did.
out on the social media.
Yeah.
We had the Hemingway daiquiri.
I loved it.
Didn't taste like a daiquiri.
No.
Yeah, it's not what you think of one.
Yeah, Hemingway had a weird taste.
It was grape juice, lime juice.
good, though.
He
It was
was
good.
diabetic, and he said he wanted them to take the sugar out, the simple syrup out, and give him a double shot of rum. I believe.
Yeah.
The man liked his liquor.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And then when they had a patio, we up top, we drank, and when you could stare at everybody, it gave me like New Orleans vibes.
Yeah.
And why were you and George hollering at everybody?
I was not hollering. That was George. He wanted to see how many people would wave back at him.
That must be a Louisiana thing.
And then he started saying, I bet you I could get babies to wave back at me. Don't know why. Don't know why he wanted babies to wave at him, but he was trying to get babies to wave back.
Yeah, sure.
Not one
It's a
wave
challenge.
back because babies don't wave.
It's a challenge.
Randomly at people.
I get it.
And we watched the Lady Parallel Park. She did an awesome job.
Which is very difficult
For a holler.
when you have an audience.
Then after that, we got our grub on a little bit more at First Flight Restaurant. We had some fish tacos.
Those were so good.
So good. This was
That
the
mango relish.
Yeah.
Mango, was there some pineapple in there? I'm trying to remember. It was just so good.
But the crazy part about this is every building has like a story here.
Yeah.
This was the birthplace of Pan Am Airways.
Yeah.
That was their first office. That building we were eating tacos, and now is a brewery. That was where they handled all aviation business.
Wow, man, Key West is so cool.
It is absolutely so cool. And then we finished our tour with the Tiki House Bar.
That was fun.
That was my favorite.
That was so fun.
They give us drinks. One of them, the zombie, is that the one that lit up?
yeah,
the one that
fire.
catches
Moscow
fire.
Mule.
And they were doing like a charity event because they had people on stage with their guitars singing songs, and they were raising money, I think, for
LA Fire.
LA Fires. Yeah,
Because
it
the guy
really
that was
awesome.
performing when we got there, Jack Wolf, his dad is a firefighter.
Yeah.
In LA, I believe.
Yes,
retired
yeah.
firefighter.
Retired. Yeah. And so that's where the tie-in came in. And really cool. Everything that we did
He
yesterday.
played the guitar behind his head.
Behind his head,
Yeah.
and had such an amazing voice. And then when he gets done, he goes, and coming up next is my wife, Christy.
And she
I'm
was-
like, these people are married to each other? Like, what is their
And
house
she
like?
was so talented.
Very good.
And there was no trumpet to be seen or had on the stage, but she played the trumpet
While she's playing the guitar.
with her mouth.
With
Like
her
she
mouth.
made trumpet sounds with her mouth.
It was impressive.
She's amazing.
I saw you talking to them afterwards, Al. What were you doing?
I got his number. I thought I might have him perform at my
Yeah.
restaurant
Oh, really?
sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
He's
gonna-
really good, man.
Al's not going to let the next Chris Stapleton slip by this time.
Right? Because he did have kind of a Chris Stapleton vibe. I guess it was just the look with the big full beard and the long hair and the jeans. You know, just a vibe to him. But yeah, I got his number, dog. We text.
You did?
Oh yeah.
What'd you say? What's
Hey,
your first text with a musician?
Well, he just texted me his name,
Uh-huh.
and I said, "Gotcha."
Oh, that's it?
That's
Okay.
it. That's
yeah,
it.
it's a good start.
Don't want to overdo
Right,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't wanna-
Y'all going to be best friends.
Play it cool.
Yeah, you got to play really cool. But awesome tour. If you come out here to Key West, check out Key West Food Tours. Request Rose if you want. Rose was a lot of fun.
It was great.
Great guy.
Knows everybody.
Yeah.
So we felt like VIPs every time we went somewhere. It was like, oh, hey, what's up, Rose? These are my friends. We got in, no problem like that.
Right.
But walking around Duval Street, part-time Justin thought it would be fun to do something. We have a challenge for the
Yes.
show.
Uh-oh.
We have a challenge for the show that we will do on Friday, and we'll get you the details of this challenge Justin wants us to do next.
We're in Florida for the Kid Nation family vacation. Be sure to check out Kid Nation on Instagram to see pics and video from our adventures all week. It's the Kid Craddock Morning Show.